It's Goku-san DBZ, and welcome. This is just a quick little news update on movie news, and this involves Avengers Endgame. First, I want to say that I just a little bit ago came back from watching Endgame for the first time, and next week I will most likely be going and seeing it for a second time. Really good film. Here's some just update news on Avengers Endgame. I'm sure you've probably already seen on other YouTube channels like Collider or, of course, John Campion show. But basically, short, it's broken all box office records. On the Thursday night showing, it made $60 million, which beat out the previous record holder for a Thursday night by $3 million. The previous holder was Star Wars The Force Awakens. And also movie news, overall for the overall weekend box office estimates, Box Office Mojo has now released numbers showing that domestically, strictly in North America, or rather just America, it has made now an estimated $350 million opening weekend. To put that in quick perspective, it has done $93 million more opening weekend than the previous record holder, Endgame. Endgame did $257 million. This did $350 million. So think about that for a second. It beat out the previous Avengers film, but beat the previous record by $93 million for opening weekend. It did $156 million Saturday alone. One freaking day. In fact, multiple theaters were even running showings 24 hours a day. This is mind-boggling. But even more crazy, estimates have come out and said that in the Chinese box office also over the weekend, that in China alone, they estimated early ticket sales and stuff, like pre-ordered, they estimated almost $90 million in sales just from early ticket sales in China. Don't know the overall estimates from China, but globally, the film ended up doing $1.2 billion opening weekend internationally, worldwide. $1.2 billion. To put that into quick context, it has made more than the total gross of Captain Marvel, which is just shy of 1.1 billion, which is impressive in itself, crossing the billion mark and making 1.1 billion. But this, in just 3 days, has already made $100 million more than the overall amount of time that Captain Marvel has been out globally. So let that sink in just for a minute. $1.2 billion in one weekend globally. Now, we don't know what the drop-off will be upcoming weekend. We shall see how that goes for now. I just thought I would give a little bit of news info update and stuff on Endgame. And I'm debating whether or not to do a review for Endgame. If so, I will say most likely I would probably be talking about some spoilers, and boy are there some spoilers in the film. But I'm not going to spoil it here. This is just movie news information. But we'll see how things go, how it drops off next weekend at the box office. We will also see how things go a couple weeks from now, when it has to contend with, of course, I think another big juggernaut contender this year in movies, though I don't think it will be able to compete overall box office numbers of Avengers, but we'll see. And of course, that being Detective Pikachu. But we'll see on that. Anyways, I'll see everyone next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.